The weeks have flown by here in the Susquehanna Valley. We've had standout games, star plays, and still some unbeatens left in our region. Welcome into Football Friday. I'm Bethany Miller.
And I'm Jacob Hall. We have reached the halfway point of the regular season, and now the push to the playoffs officially begins. Tonight, we've got division battles in the LL, a York Adams team looking to continue its division win streak, and a Mid-Penn team that continues to make history each and every week. Tonight's Football Friday has it all.
So let's get right to the action. The battle for the Kerjack Trophy, Manheim Township and Hempfield facing off in Lancaster Lebanon League Section 1 play. Blue Streaks are going to have the ball to start. Hempfield wins the toss. Jack Kneff to Chase Fletcher here weaves his way through the Black Knights for a first down. Township is going to punch it in just to play later. Kneff hits the air, finds Darius Dixon all alone in the back of the end zone. Touchdown Blue Streaks. Extra point though, no good. We got a 6-0 lead. Hempfield looking to answer. First offensive possession for them. Derek Catch under center, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, runs it up the gut. That is a first down. Hempfield though marches all the way down to the red zone. 4th and goal. Catch gonna keep it. This time, though, he's got nowhere to go. Township, a huge defensive stop, holds the lead there. So Blue Streaks, they take over at the 3-yard line. We're in the second quarter now, but Hempfield's Casey Gardner going to swallow Kneff up in the backfield. Gets the sack to make it 3rd and 15. Manheim Township's offense, though, it's well-oiled. They're down in the red zone. Handoff to Marcos Fernandez. Senior pushes his way through the Black Knight wall. In for pay dirt. 2-point conversion good. They lead 14-0. So you can make it 21-0 after an interception. Township touchdown. Coach Ager looking for a response from his team. He's going to get it here. It's Cam Rice bats Kneff's pass out of the air, comes down with the rock. Interception. Hempfield. Knights are going to gamble on 4th and 7. Pays off, though. Catch is going to hit the air to Orion Abrams. Look at the catch.
Goes up and gets it.
30-yard touchdown. Hempfield on the board, though. Township, they would score another before the half. The Kerjack Trophy, it's staying home with the Blue Streaks. The final over Hempfield tonight, 35-13.
Big win for the Blue Streaks. First place in Section 1 of the Lancaster Lebanon League on the line as Cedar Crest hosts Wilson in a rematch of last year's district quarterfinals. We pick it up midway through the third quarter. Isaiah Zimmerman from Cedar Crest going to take the handoff, punch it in for the touchdown, but the Falcons trail 42-20 after that. Now, less than 2 minutes later, it's Wilson's Mason Young to Michael Glover. That's another touchdown. The Bulldogs were rolling. That was 49-20 after that score. Wilson wins 62-20. It's head coach Doug Dom's 200th career win as the Bulldogs head coach.
All he does is win. Well, moving on to Section 2, Ephrata looking to bounce back after suffering their first loss. E-Town trying to win their 3rd straight game. We pick it up in the second half. E-Town driving here. Trent Kaufman's going to hit Prince Ratto on the swing pass. Picks up blocks, takes it down to the 36, but that drive stalls. Final play of the third, though. Kaufman's going to roll to his right here. Throws a jump ball. Check it out. After some time, it's going to be picked up. Ephrata's Austin Bryant.
Got to come down with that.
What a play. On the ensuing possession, Bentley Rearick is going to find a crease and run it 33 yards. Watch him go. He's going to take it down to the 10. The freshman will punch it in a few plays later. Ephrata, look at that win. Goes on to hang on, 20-14.
A defensive battle there. Now in Section 3, Cocalico and Warwick doing battle. The Warriors coming off their first loss of the season last week. First play of the second half, Colin McGaw hands off to Heath Schnipke. Feels like every week he gets in the end zone. His second score of the night there. The PAT was good. 31-0. Warriors, they were rolling. Cocalico still fighting, though. Connor Horning, he sneaks it in from 1 yard out. But Warwick ends up winning this one 38-8.
Warwick is rolling. Defending section champs Conrad Weiser paying a visit to Manheim Central for the Barons' first section matchup of the season. Conrad Weiser on offense. Some miscommunication here between Connor Sellers and Javian Rivera. Barons get a sack for some negative yards. We're going to stick with Conrad on offense, though, in their own end zone. The Barons are going to get through. Connor Sellers panics, throws the ball away on the sideline, gets called for intentional grounding. That is the safety. Manheim Central goes on to win 20-7.
Now the red-hot Columbia Crimson Tide taking on Anvil Cleona. The winner takes control of first place in Section 5. Columbia trailing, though, here. It's Kareem Edwards. He finds the end zone here, fighting his way through a couple defenders there. Now we continue with this game. That was 28-20. Nichols, he finds pay dirt again. This is 26-28. The 2-point conversion was no good. Now Columbia trying to get the ball back here. It is Oliver Green making a play. He comes up with the interception, the diving play. He's fired up, as he should be. However, the Crimson Tide turned it over on downs. Anvil Cleona was able to close out this game. John Ditzler, he scores with less than 5 minutes left. Anvil Cleona wins 35-26. Now, Bethany, it wasn't all division matchups tonight. A big out-of-conference game took center stage out in Conestoga.
Spring Grove looking for a bounce-back performance after losing to Central York last week. Buckskins going for their 16th straight regular season win. They're good. Spoiler alert. First score of the game doesn't come till midway through the second quarter here. Spring Grove's Davis Baum to Breeden Smith comes on 4th and 15.
Rolling the dice.
Ice in his veins. 22-yard score makes it 7-0. Well, we know his name. Sawyer Espenshade answers a few minutes later. Gabe Justiniano punches it in. Extra point, though, no good. So Stevie still trailing. It's 7-6. But less than 30 seconds in the half, Buckskins score again. Takes just 49 seconds for this drive. End with this. Espenshade to Jaden Conaway. 2-point conversion, no good. But Conestoga Valley, they go on a roll over Spring Grove. Buckskins undefeated, 29-7.
So hard to beat there in Conestoga. Now, Central York, also very hard to beat. They're on the road facing Southwestern. The Panthers trying to win their 39th straight York Adams League game. And this is a touchdown. This is Brendan Smith makes plays every week. This was a punt return touchdown. The Kent State commit is just a beast on the field on Friday nights. Now, Panthers on offense. This is Old Dominion commit Brooklyn Nace finds Colin Gurley. Perfect pass over the shoulder. That's a touchdown. Central wins in dominating fashion, 56-17.
D1 players all over the gridiron there. Well, undefeated New Oxford traveling to face York Suburban tonight. The Trojans are trying to end a 2-game losing streak here. We pick it up in the third. York Suburban's Austin Keir is going to find Garrett Genzel. 85-yard touchdown. No one. Look. He's like, where y'all at? Touchdown. Trojans are trailing New Oxford, though, 27-6. I love it. Still in the third quarter. Colonials this time. Levi Vigoletti to Tavon Jacoby. Touchdown, New Oxford Colonials. They're still undefeated. Look at that. A lot of York Adams teams unbeaten. 5-0 the final 40-18.
Now, fresh off a 91-0 win last week. 91-0.
Yeah, exactly.
York High back in action against Red Lion. This game courtesy of Shooting Stars. Now, this is Shavane Anderson, the Syracuse commit. That's an 86-yard touchdown run. The Bearcats go on to win this game. Not 91-0, but they went 22-7 there. They win 52-20 in this game.
Hey, still 52 points, right? Well, do not go anywhere. More Football Friday headed your way, including action from the Mid-Penn Conference.
Speaking of, there's one team on a roll to start this season, and it comes after an offseason filled with turmoil. We check in with Susquehanna Township next on Football Friday. Welcome back to Football Friday. I am Jacob Hall.
I'm Bethany Miller. So many great games tonight. Still one more conference to check in with, though. Let's go out to the Mid-Penn. Redland and Northern York doing battle in this game. The Patriots have not started a season 5-0. Get this, since 2014. Patriots offense, they're going to get going early in this one, too. It's Quinlan Shearer going to hit the air it out to Carson Hoffman. Makes the grabs. Oh, my goodness. Stays in bounds. Runs it in for 6. PAT no good, though, so it's a 6-0 lead. Calling Play of the Week nominee. Just going to say that.
That offense is dynamic.
Everything going Redland's way. Levi Green's going to block the punt here. Woo! Patriots jump on it. That would lead to some points. Tyson Kirchner going to punch it in right here for 6. Make it a 13-0 Redland lead. Now Northern will get in the red zone, going for it on 4th down a little later after the cheerleaders do their push-ups. It's Grady Bona's pass going to be picked off here by Anthony Plever. Going to take it. Get this, 98 yards the other way, pick 6. Excuse me, 2 Play of the Week nominees. Redland wins 47-7.
Big win for Redland. Now staying in the Mid-Penn, Lower Dauphin and Hershey. The Hershey student section all fired up. Lower Dauphin with the ball. Late in the second, it's Braden Heckard. He keeps it himself. Barrels over defender into the end zone. He's fired up. That's 14-0 Falcons. But Hershey, they get on the board right before halftime. Cameron Sweeney hands off to Samir Edwards-Pace, who punches it in for this touchdown to make it 14-7. This game down to the wire.
Incredible.
Bethany goes to overtime, but Lower Dauphin wins 27-24.
All right, next game, Mechanicsburg traveling to Gettysburg. Look at that. Mechanicsburg 3-1, Gettysburg 2-2 on the season. Pick it up in the 4th. Mechanicsburg's Drake Dawson's going to make some things happen. Look, get out of my way. 47-yard run. He's got 3 people, 2 to take him down. Sets up another Wildcat score. Luke Ryder a little bit later is going to hit Reese Miller on the screen pass here. Takes it to the house. That's on 4th down. We got a touchdown. And Mechanicsburg is going to go on to roll in this one, the final 35-14. Well, it's been a great night of high school football in the Susquehanna Valley. Regular season halfway over. For some games on Thursday night.
That is exactly right. Susquehanna Township continued their winning ways, defeating Steel High 35-20. Hannah has yet to lose a game this season. Their start to the season even more sweet considering the adversity they had to go through in the offseason.
9 months ago, it was unclear who would be the Susquehanna Township head coach for the 2025 season when the district initially decided not to renew longtime head coach Joe Heaton's contract. But after receiving support from the community, Heaton was eventually reinstated.
We weren't about to just let things happen and then come out here and not have his back. And that was the whole mindset of the offseason, worry about us and have his back.
The team is now 5-0 for the first time in 16 years.
I'm so proud of each and every one of these kids and people in this program. The goal is to continue to be 1-0 at the end of the week, and I think that our guys understand that.
Hannah's offense has been electric through the first half of the regular season, outscoring opponents 249-47.
We talk to our guys every day about how hard we have to practice, and that our ones that are on defense have to go against our ones that are on offense. And I hate to be cliche-ish, but iron sharpening iron. And we take pride in making sure we practice hard so that on Fridays it can show up.
Despite their hot start, this team knows that all their goals are still in front of them.
We talk about it all the time. They can do those 3 things: stay healthy, keep their grades right, and trust in the process. We can play for a very long time.
Penn State on a bye tomorrow. No college there, but some high school Saturday.
We got Harrisburg, Cedar Cliff. That'll be a good game there.
Can't wait. Thank you for our crew, Jacob Paul, Bethany Miller. Join us next week for week 6. Have a good night.